guys, we're going to be reacting to some LeBron fans' explanation on why he is the greatest player of all time. In my personal opinion, I think MJ's the GOAT, but even though I think that, we should just appreciate greatness because LeBron James is almost finished with year 17, and at this point, we should just cherish every single moment that we have of him. Not hate LeBron at all. I respect everything about him. It's hard for me to root for the guy. So we're gonna be reacting to a few TikTok videos that I get sent a lot by a friend, and you know, I'm gonna give you guys my personal opinion and just you know, explain and see what he has to say. Let's get it. So the first reaction we have today, it's called LeBron's 2011 Finals loss, ? Without further ado, let's get started and react to this baby.
2011 Finals loss, let's talk about it. LeBron's known for underplaying in this series as he put up numbers like this. You have to understand where...
And if you actually think about it, if you guys don't know, that he played worse than six-man Jason Terry on the Dallas Mavericks roster. He put up 18 points, which is, you know, technically more than LeBron. He shot a better field goal percentage, three-point percentage. Let's just be honest here, even obviously a free throw percentage. I mean, I don't even have to look that up. But the thing is, he did this with 11 less minutes. So he did it. He just produced more than LeBron.
You have to understand where he was coming from. When he left the Cavs, he was the most hated athlete of all time. The media was going after him, and honestly, I just think he let it get to his head.
That probably did happen because, you know, he was, you know, known as the villain of the NBA. But what player do you think of when they left their team and they became one of the most hated players of all time? I would say Kevin Durant. Because, you know, he leaves the Thunder, joins the Warriors. But the key thing is that he won 2 straight Finals MVPs. So, in my opinion, this is not really a good excuse to make because we've seen players like him, especially in my opinion, you know, he did a worse move than LeBron and probably got a lot more hate. I mean, especially with more Instagram being a thing, obviously, but probably not in 2010. It's just bigger platforms, bigger social media pages, which, you know, could affect KD, but it didn't. And so this is not really a good excuse to make.
He was also new to that team, and I believe he is still trying to find his role. Look at LeBron's averages for the entire 2011 playoffs. Those aren't regular LeBron stats.
Those aren't his normal stats. But one thing I knew before, you know, obviously watching this video, is that in 2007 NBA Finals, he actually performed worse than what you're seeing here in this TikTok video. And I'm going to pull it up for you guys just real quick. So I just pulled up to Basketball Reference, and on the 2007 NBA Finals stats, LeBron James, so we're going to be comparing the playoff stats in 2011 to his final stats in 2007, that he was the only player on that team. He didn't have any help. So, you know, you would expect in 2007 for LeBron to have at minimum 28 points per game. Come on, in the finals. But this is what he actually performed in 2007. He averaged 22 points, which is worse than what he's saying is not LeBron type numbers in the playoffs here. He averaged less rebounds. He does average 0.9 more assists in 2007 than 2011. He shot 46.6 from the field, while in 2007 he shot 36%. 36%.
I think he thought it was best for the team if he took a backseat to maximize Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. In other words,
see, that's what I'm saying. So if he's thinking that's bad numbers and that's why... The reason why they're not really LeBron numbers is because he's trying to take a backseat to D Wade. That's not actually true because, hey, he was in 2007 NBA Finals, did worse than him taking a backseat to Dwayne Wade. But whatever.
Trying to balance the offense evenly between them. People also act like this Mavericks team was bad. They swept Kobe's Lakers.
Also. He said that he wants to take a backseat to Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. But are we going to forget that Chris Bosh joined the team the same time he did? Chris Bosh played actually less games in the regular season than LeBron James. So to be honest, who should have more experience between LeBron and Chris Bosh? Especially with LeBron's skill level. You know, Chris Bosh is an all-NBA player who left the team to join a superstar, super team, big three, star power team. So he definitely got hate. So, I mean, it's really a fair, equal game. LeBron James just didn't play well.
Won the finals the previous year. They also have 2 Hall of Famers in Dirk and Jason Kidd. Kidd was on the older side, but he was just there for passing, and you don't lose your passing ability as you age. Go back and watch that defense on LeBron. They literally ISO'd him out of the offense. I'm not trying to justify his performance, but 2011 was like a wake-up call for him, and honestly, we've seen nothing but pure dominance ever since then.
So we just watched the first video. I explained what I had to say. Now let's go on to watch the second one, which is called LeBron Missed the Playoffs His First 2 Years, ? Yeah, let's just see what
LeBron couldn't make the playoffs for his first 2 years in the league. Let's talk about it. You guys love to make the argument that Jordan carried his teams to the playoffs right after he got drafted. Let's look more into it. For his first year in the league, Jordan made the 8th seed with a record of 30-52. Yes, you heard that right, 30-52. For the next year,
that's one of the excuses that not excuses, but just points that a lot of people like my friends, that are LeBron supporters, they like to use that Jordan made the playoffs with a 30-52 record. That is true. If you go on the standings, 1986, that is what happened. But what they don't tell you is that there was only 11 teams in the East in 1986. So, you might be thinking, what does this tell us? Well, let's see here. First of all, the East, again, like I'm saying, they have a very tough conference. They have teams like the Sixers, which has Julius Erving and Charles Barkley. Don't forget that. You got the Bucks, who has a great defensive team in like Sidney Moncrief. He was the defensive player of the year. They had a good team. They had a good defensive team. But, as you can see, the Celtics have a 67-15 record, which they should be. They have like 5 Hall of Famers, right? But you're thinking, how did the Bulls make the playoffs with a 30-52 record? Well, this is how it went. So, since there's less teams in the league, you're going to be playing the best teams more often. So, nowadays you're gonna, play, like, let's say you're gonna play the Lakers or Clippers, maybe 3, mostly 3. But, since there's less teams in the league, you're going to be playing the same teams again. And since they had teams like, the Sixers, the Bucks, the Celtics, and then you go on to the Lakers, the Showtime Lakers. Looking at that, you're playing each and every team maybe like 4 or 5 times now. Maybe even 6. You're playing great teams more. For all you people that always use that 30-52 thing, this is why, okay?
he stayed at the 8th seed spot with a record of 40-42. For his rookie year, LeBron missed the playoffs as the 9th seed with a record of 35-47. Next year, he once again got the 9th seed with a record of 42-40. If you don't get it by now, LeBron might have missed the playoffs, but he had a better record than Jordan for both of those years. Jordan literally made the playoffs with a record of 30-52. If he did that during LeBron's rookie year in 2004, he'd earn a 12th seed spot. So as you can see, this argument makes no sense at all because LeBron had the better record. Every argument used against LeBron, I prove wrong. LeBron's the GOAT.
Okay, buddy. This guy kind of pisses me off sometimes. No, I'm joking. He all right. So guys, this was basically it for the video. If you guys want me to do this again, hey, feel free to let me know in the comments and leave a like, hit the like button. There's also another TikTok guy on TikTok that I see a lot and get sent a lot by a friend. So if you want me to react to his TikToks or continue reacting to this guy along with doing basketball videos, no problem there. That was it for the video. Again, appreciate greatness. You know, appreciate what is left of LeBron's career, because guess what? Even the biggest LeBron hater will miss the king once he retires. You know, it's facts. It's facts. That's all I gotta say, guys. Hopefully you enjoy the video again. If you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.